Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, it's Pete, and I'm coming back to you with part 2 of my Tyranny playthrough. Yesterday or so, we made it through part 1, which was just character creation and the conquest introduction. So today, we're going to start actually playing the game a little bit. So, we're going to get started. Okay, so this is Aurora. Kairos, the Overlord, be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. Okay? Let's read about conversations. Conversations involve you, another character, and sometimes additional parties like bystanders or companions who may interject. The choices you make change how the story develops and will build a reputation for your character over time. People in the world will learn of your reputations, good and bad, and respond accordingly. Your character attributes, skills, history, and gender, as well as decisions you make in the conquest, may open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. So, gives us a chance to kind of use what we are to alter conversations. Each character who speaks to you will display a banner underneath their portrait. These banners indicate which faction the character is allied with. The tooltip on these banners will provide you details about how that faction feels about you. So currently, I have 41% favor with the disfavored. Okay, you will often see the names of important characters and locations displayed in a gold text color. These tooltips on these glossary entries provide you with important information about the world. Cool. Okay, I'm done with that. Sorry, I don't have a proper welcome for the Queenslayer. I guess we could read about that, but I know what happened. We remember in the conquest that we killed the Queen. We, hopefully, fist-fought her to death by tricking her in negotiations. Perhaps if I weren't so short-handed, I could have made preparations, but no bother. We are honored to have you all the same, and I look forward to seeing the Oathbreakers lose their cool at the sight of you. Once again, the Oathbreakers are those who are not following Kairos' will. Kairos. Okay. You can glare silently. I am in a hurry to deliver a message to the Archons. I come bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. Or I can use Lore 20. Can you hear that hum in the air? That glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. I don't want to tell her too much, so I need to just deliver a message to the Archons. Well, you've traveled a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners! Third time this week, the Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. She points over to the collapsed path by which you arrived. But they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Okay. Okay, let's beat this guy up. Combat. Tyranny uses a pausable real-time combat system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. For example, the start of combat. Press spacebar to pause and unpause the game. So we could set up some things to make us have some initial pauses when I want them, which is cool. Your character can always perform basic attacks using their equipped weapon, or their fists if fighting unarmed. Characters also have special abilities and spells they can use in combat. When a character is selected, their ability bar displays their hotkeyed abilities. As new abilities and spells are gained, they are automatically added to the ability bar. Okay, so this is our ability bar. All of your character's abilities and spells can be accessed by selecting the category icon at the bottom of the selected frame. Abilities are grouped into talents, spells, combo abilities, artifact abilities, reputation abilities, and stances. Category icons for weapon sets and quick items follow. So you can swap between weapon sets, which I think just means which weapons you're using. Which I don't know where that is exactly. But we'll figure that out. To use an ability, left-click on the ability icon or press the hotkey corresponding to its location on the ability bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Your cursor will change to indicate whether your mouse is over a valid target for the ability. If the cursor has a red X in the corner, you are not over a valid target. If the cursor has a pair of feet in the corner, you will need to move closer to the target to use the ability. For abilities that target party members, healing, spells, buffs, etc., you can click on the party portraits to target the ability on that party member. Okay. All characters in the game, friend and foe, have 5 primary defenses against attacks. Parry, sure, dodge, yeah, endurance, will, and magic. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, equipped items, and other effects. A character's accuracy is based on their skill with the type of weapon they are wielding. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made to determine how likely it is that the attack will hit. Okay. There are 4 possible types of result: hit, critical hit, graze, and miss. A critical hit increases your damage, while a graze reduces it. With each attack, you gain experience, and the weapon skills used to make the attack. Even a miss will grant some experience. Okay. Cool. So space pauses. Let's try out our palm strike since I chose that earlier. So we do that, and yeah, now he's gonna palm strike. Can I control her? No, she's not in my party right now. She's not indicated there. Palm striked. He's been silenced. Now we can try our charged fists. Okay, I like that. 1 per encounter for concealing shadows. Kind of helps us dodge and stuff. I don't think we need that right now, so let's use a thrust. Okay, must have grazed him. I think we can just basic attack now. Getting that solid 1 damage in. Just keep punching away. Oh god, I took a lot of damage from that. Okay. Wait, I want to palm strike him. Nice. Okay. Let's pause. There are 6 categories of talents available to your character: leadership, defense, power, agility, ranged, and magic. With each level, you gain 1 point to purchase a talent from any of these categories. Within a talent tree, each tier of talents unlocks based on how many talent points have been spent within that tree. To learn a talent, select the icon and then save, okay? Companions also have that stuff. Okay. Moving forward. Okay, so I gotta click that. So I gotta squeeze through. I cannot push the boulder.
Heads up.
So I want to use concealing shadows here since I just started combat. I think that's a good move.
Will do.
Probably open up by silencing. Missed.
On it.
Nice. Let's do some electricity. So it looked like my health refilled after battle, and if I remember correctly, that does happen. So just keeps poking me away. Everything's on cooldown.
Will do.
Done. Okay. Punched.
Right.
Kill her with a soft fist. Yeah. We got our electronic fist back up.
Take that.
Nice.
Will do.
Okay, and just attack away. So, pretty basic combat encounters to start out. And...
Sorry, I can't.
What?
Right.
Nice. Nice. What's that called? I want a palm strike. Great palm strike. Can I loot? Let's take that soldier's javelin. Seems like that's all there was. I guess I could wait until my cooldowns come back. Or just go into the next encounter. Oh, okay, I can move a little Wazda. That seems better.
Try and catch me, worm.
Verse says, "Try and catch me, worm." A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrian Guard attackers, avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. Okay, Scarlet Fury. Scarlet Furies are the elite fighters of the Scarlet Chorus, distinguished by their graceful attacks and murderous persistence. Better armed and trained than most Chorus conscripts, the Furies are found among the vanguard of battle, their brutal displays of skill inspiring bloodlust in the masses and fear in the enemy. Okay, so they're big-time Scarlet Chorus members. They're the elite of the army. Then we have the Vendrian Guard. Okay, I don't know much about this. Vendrian Guard is the army of the landlocked realm of Apex, defenders of the central region of the Tiers. Named for House Vendrian, the ruling dynasty of Apex, the Guard has a reputation for being as resilient and stubborn as the mountains themselves. Ostensibly beaten by Kairos' army and forced to surrender in 429, the Vendrian Guard resurfaced in 431, brazenly defying the Overlord's rule. Okay. So they are kind of the army of the defending land. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. "This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back." So they're scared of Verse.
Here at last. Care to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery?
She nods to the armed soldiers bearing down on her. "I'll join the battle. For a realm of Apex, charge!"
Trouble is afoot.
Oh, so now I have control of both Verse and myself. Okay, so we could do an ability from her. We'll just double team the same person.
You got it.
Take that.
And then I think it's time for you to do that. And you can hit with that.
For the queen!
For the queen!
Okay, this guy's throwing fire spears, which seems better than everything else that everybody else is doing, so. And I don't think I get a disengage penalty for leaving here. Verse can finish off that person. Or not. Oh, and my guy has decided to go back to what he was doing.
See what?
Verse needs to heal, I think. Is that a... No, that's Scarlet Poison. That doesn't do what I thought it did. Lesser Healing Potion does what I thought it did. And you palm strike the shit out of this dude. That's a great route to get there. Nice. That was an interrupt and a silence.
I got
So
it.
we're going to separate our abilities here for no reason. 9 damage, that's solid. Okay. Now I can, like, unleash their dual ability, I guess. Cool. Okay.
Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent. Though you did a fair amount of feasting in the second year of the conquest, as I recall. A few of my mates and I caroused with this apex scum thanks to your good faith gesture. A pity this lot won't be around to remember the good old days.
So, she's referencing that thing I did during the conquest, where I allowed them to have their party in, you know, interest of making my Scarlet Course happy.
I'm versed, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. Okay. Let's ask some questions. Why is the Vendrian Guard attacking right
The
now?
Vendrian Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That, or they're really, really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall.
Okay.
The voices of Narat told me to intercept you at Edgering Ruins before you busied yourself solving all of the camp's problems. Guess I was too late.
She smirks. So, Voices and Narat are the leaders
You're
of
due for a meeting with the Archons,
Scarlet
but we
Course.
should handle the small matter of this ambush first.
Okay.
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Course are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control. The voices of Narat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
The Vendrian's Well is the central plateau of the Tears. You're dismissed, soldier. If I need you, I'll find you at the Scarlet Course camp. Nah, I like her. Let's go.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
Okay.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Narat!
Okay. Let's do some looting. Let's take all that. And then we're... Oh, spell scrolls. Ooh, there's a lot of tutorials popping up. You've discovered a scroll that contains the image for Sigil of Magic. If a member of your party has a high enough lore skill, you can learn this sigil and use it to craft spells. If you meet the lore requirement for the scroll, right-click on the scroll icon and then click on the Learn button at the bottom of the inspection interface. Okay. We will read the tutorials here in a minute. Let's see if any of these things are useless. Or useful. She can put on a helmet, I guess. So they give you a comparison, I guess. That a little bit less armor, some extra deflection and accuracy. Let's put that on her. It's going to look more correct anyways. A lesser healing potion. I'd say it can go to me. We got a spell scroll. Not going to use that. Whetstone. Iron Brand. It's used to sear the counterclockwise twist in the flesh of Scarlet Course recruits. Okay, sell it. I've got Kairos' Edict. Do I need a helmet? How does this compare? Yeah, it's a little bit better, I'd say. Maybe. I'm not sure. Nothing else. Okay. So, let's take our two wonderful warriors and set them down here. Nope. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendrian Guard warriors roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. The falx is an enduring symbol of military life in the tiers, adapted from the agrarian scythe of Azure. This curved blade was in age past. Okay, so it's a curved blade. I've gained wrath with the Vendrian Guard. I have 3% wrath. No! Queenslayer! The warrior rears back his swinging arm as the invective hisses off his tongue. I've long dreamed of laying claim to your skull. So nice of you to present yourself. You just arrived at camp and they already gave you a title. Impressive. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet reinforcements! Scarlet Chorus reinforcements, hurry! Okay, so a couple of them went down there. Mocking Blaze has arrived. Run down the Oathbreakers! Let none escape! From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells in the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Okay. Hold position, all of you. You there, keep to the path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them. We need to run. His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. Okay. Oh, I gotta get used. It pauses at the start of combat, so let's team up on. Well, so you can like kind of look at stats here. This guy seems like he's more heavily armored and better. So let's do an attack on her. Okay, I can't use that right now. Let's get all stealthed up for him, and we will.
You got it.
Melee attack her. Okay, now we can do our special attack. So that was cool. That was an easy kill. I'd say killing this guy is next on my list. Because he also is weaker in terms of armor than the other. We'll team up on the heavy guy a lot. Okay. Now this heavy guy. He's going to get it. Actually, like, everybody's attacking him all at the same time, so not too worried. You got anything? You palm him. Oh yeah! He's been silenced.
This is useless.
So did he up his armor or something? Yeah, he's 12 armor now. Is there any way to like look at that stuff, or do I just have to know what those symbols mean? Oh, if you right click them, okay. Yeah, he gets +6 armor. He's silenced. Spellcasting is disabled, but should be able to finish him off.
Try something.
I was just curious if I could like click and stuff. Okay. So cleared that out. The companion Verse has joined your party. Verse is a capable warrior, skilled in both melee and range combat. As you acquire companions, you will need to balance their strengths against the strengths of your character to be successful in combat. While it is possible to adventure alone, you will find the game more rewarding with a well-balanced party. There are now 2 characters in your party and both are selected. Any commandments you issue will now affect both parties. Select a single party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press F1 to select the player character, or F2 to select Verse. Select multiple party members, click hold anywhere on the screen and drag. Okay. You can either control your new companion directly, or you can enable their AI and have them attack and use their abilities automatically. Once their AI is enabled, you can always select them and tell them to attack a specific enemy or use an ability, and they will follow your orders. Okay? If you right-click on the AI button, you can see the AI settings for your party. You can set the auto attack behavior. Okay. I may look into that too. Verse has several stance abilities that provide her with different benefits in combat. Stances are modal abilities, meaning they can be toggled on and off. Only one stance can be active at a time. When a stance is deactivated, all stance abilities enter cooldown for a short duration. Okay. Crescent Runner is here. It says, "Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. Go, go, go. But first, I have to loot these corpses." Okay. Sure. Seems worth it. Let's go. Let's go. Take shit from people. Okay. Pull up the inventory. Are these boots better? Yeah, probably. How are you doing on boots? Oh yeah. You're much better off than I am. Sir, let go of the commander. Pelox Tyrell, stow your weapons or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him, worry not for me, Graven Ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his bracers and cuirass. The disfavored... Oh, what's this? The disfavored are all protected by Archon Graven Ash's mystical Aegis, and many will attest that it allows disfavored to endure truly staggering punishment. However, there are no documented cases of a disfavored surviving decapitation, being sliced in half, or other wantonly fatal doses of trauma. It is highly unlikely that the Ash's Aegis will save Drastus from his neck being sliced open. I would agree with that. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? Black's Tyrell says, this blade, with a jerk of the knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus's matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. So here are my options. Release the prisoner and you might know the inside of a cell. Okay. Conquest. Why kill that disfavored nobody when you could take your swing at the Queenslayer? I like that. Pump in his chest. My guy is a douchebag. I love it. Attack. We have to help Drastus. You heard Drastus, let him die. I'm gonna go ahead and give this whole I am the Queenslayer thing a try. I've gained favor with both the Scarlet Chorus and the disfavored. You, the Queenslayer. Pushing Drastus aside, Pelox Tyrell bounds forward with murder in his eyes. His glorious charge ends somewhat abruptly as the disfavored soldiers step in, weapons out, and butcher Tyrell. Idiot. Drastus. Dazed but alive, Drastus lets out a long sigh and struggles to his feet. Carmos be praised! That Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairn himself. What's that? Oh, okay. That's what we know. He's the Archon of Stone. Okay. Drastus slides a trembling hand along the cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Drastus holds out a handful of crumpled parchments for your inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of this. Literacy is rare in the Northern Empire, where the disfavored are born and trained. Time spent reading and writing is, after all, time not spent sparring and readying one's body and mind for battle. So reading. Not a lot of the people of this universe read. It's interesting. I have no time for this. I should be on my way to see the Archons. All that training in Graven Ash doesn't teach you to read. Ha 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 ha. Let's examine the parchment. Repeating the same messages in different written scripts, the parchment explains the Vendrian Guard's desire to overthrow Kairos' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the Younger Realms to gather at Vendrian's Well. What is the Younger Realms? The realms of Azure, Apex, Stalwart, and Haven are collectively known as the Younger Realms, and together they represent the major political factions of the tiers. For centuries, the Younger Realms have battled amongst themselves for control of the tiers, with every realm having been at war with each other at some point in memorable history. This lack of unified resistance allowed Kairos' army to swiftly conquer the tiers. Makes sense. Recruitment material. Yes. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails down slope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Okay. So we've defeated the remaining rebels in camp. We have gotten some items. We'll take those.
I got it.
We're going to read through the rest of the tutorials now. So that's your warning as to what's happening right now. And after I read the tutorials, I will save, and then this video will be its own little thing that covers kind of the basics of the game. So if you don't want that, maybe skip to the next video, and you'll see me kind of run down south. For those of you staying with me, thank you. Let's do this. When combat starts, Siren will begin singing one of her songs. Each of her songs is a series of stanzas that produce different effects. As one stanza ends, its effect will linger, overlapping with the effect of the next stanza. You can change Siren's current song by selecting her and choosing a new song for her from her song interface. Okay, I don't have Siren, so I don't know exactly why they're telling me this. Let's look at the next one. I should pause, just in case something happened. Consumables. One of your parties is low on health. Oh, okay. So, I didn't know about this, but consumables apparently you can use while you're like getting that circle spinning to tell you when your next attack is going to happen. You can just use it and it doesn't count as like one of the actions. Disengagement. One of your party members has been hit with a disengagement attack, which happened when I moved her accidentally at first. A disengagement attack occurs when one character is engaging another character in combat, and the person they are engaging tries to move away. Be careful of how your party members move on the battlefield to avoid receiving disengagement attacks. Okay. I think that's a free attack too, I think is what it said. As you make your way through the tiers, use the mini-map in the lower right corner of your screen to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Hold down the M key to maximize the mini-map, or press the comma key to toggle between the mini-map and the combat log. Oh, okay. Cool. I want to blow it up a little bit. I can just do that. Neat. Okay. The minimap displays useful information like the position of enemies you've discovered, lootable chests, and key characters on the scene. Use the buttons on the right side of the minimap to toggle display of these indicators. Cool. Okay. So if I want to just find loot or whatever, I can do that. All characters, friend and foe, must recover after every action they take in combat. This recovery timer is displayed above each character in combat. The length of recovery time varies based on the character, the weapon they are wielding, the armor they have equipped, and the attack ability or spell they just used. If you issue an action to a character and want to cancel it, you can press X with that character selected. Once an action has progressed far enough, i.e. an attack has dealt damage, it cannot be canceled. Makes sense. Knocked out. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0 health, they are knocked out. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their health when combat ends. Being knocked out applies a wound to the character, reducing their maximum health for future combats until they rest or level up. Okay, so knocking out is really bad. You do not want to have your characters knocked out. Interactive objects, hold down tab to highlight interactive stuff. Okay. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit. They are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that deal damage will do more damage on a crit. Spells and abilities that heal or improve your allies will be better on a crit. Attacks that inflict status effect or afflictions will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect duration. That's pretty simple. One of your skills has gone up a rank. As you use your skills in the game, they accumulate experience. When they gain enough experience, they will increase your skill rank. As skill rank increases, your characters will gain experience towards their next level. Press C to open up your character sheet and view your current skill experience. So, oh, okay. So you see it moving up there. That'll help me level up my character. Cool. Oh, we're starting to run out of these. Engagement. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move away from the enemy engaging them, they will provoke a powerful disengagement attack. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them. When the selected character is engaged, your cursor will change to a red circle of 4 wedges. This indicates that moving that character will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemy engaging them. Okay, so if you were to move away from a guy with red circles, you get hit real hard. Engagement is indicated by arrows drawn between the selection circles of enemies. To see who a character is engaging or is engaged by, mouse over their selection circle to display the engagement arrows. Okay. Oop, got a text, sorry. Okay. Movement. To move your character, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. Okay. Sure. You can pause the game at any time by pressing spacebar. Okay. You can view and manage your character's inventory attributes and talents using the buttons on the navigation bar or by pressing the hot scheme. T for the talent sheet and J for the quest journal. Okay, or click up there. Got it. Plus escape at any time to save, load a save game or exit Tyranny. You can also use F6 to create a quick save of the game and F8 to load your last quick save. Cool. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way. but others will have larger conversations to explore. The soldier Aurora has an important conversation for you. Who's standing over there? If I was to hit tab, it shows me Aurora. Cool. Lore and reactivity tooltips. In many conversations, you will see words or phrases displayed in green text color. The tooltips on these provide you with information that your character knows about the world based on previous choices you've made. That's cool. These links can help explain why another character is being friendly or hostile toward you. That's neat. Okay. So, I'm going to go talk to... I'm going to end here since I told people to leave, and I don't want them to miss what is supposed to be an important conversation with Aurora. So, this has been part 2, the tutorial area of Tyranny. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to Indie Games AAA. We're a cool site full of cool people working really diligently to video game. Also, check out my channel, Basic Reviews, if you want some of my long-form review content. It's good. I like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you on the next episode.